The solution to solving some of the world's most critical issues is, of course, a joining of forces to create impact right across geographies. Well, I'm joined now by His Excellency Sultan Al Shamsi, Assistant Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation for the United Arab Emirates. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Welcome. Welcome to Abu Dhabi.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
It's really great pleasure that having you here in Abu Dhabi with this important conference.
It is a very important conference, and I know that we're talking about issues here which are very close to your heart. Tell us a little bit about the humanitarian work that the UAE is focused on and why it's so important to you.
Well, I think it's very important, to focus on the humanitarian. If you look for the UAE history itself, our foundation was 1971, the UAE Foundation. So in the same year, the UAE Abu Dhabi government has established Abu Dhabi Fund for Development. So we have really a long history of providing assistance, trying to assist countries and support countries. So we've got more than 25 organizations working in foreign aid. So we have, it's not only on development, but also we have an humanitarian. Also we have some specialization as well in education, water and sanitation, and health. So I think we have very rich history when it comes to giving and provide assistance. And mainly also we have a lot of crises happening every day, every year you see, and very complex.
Part of your work involves the International Humanitarian and Philanthropic Council. What do you hope to achieve?
With this council, I think was very glad we have it. We have a lot of coordination and policy and strategies. I think with this council, I think we'll give it another push. If you see the principle number 9 out of our 50th principle for the coming 50 years, number 9 speak about the humanitarian assistance, regardless with race or religion or background, or even political reasons. So we'll try to support as much as we can. And the council, I think, will be like as an umbrella to more organizing the work, how we can really redesign our policies as well. So we have like public funding, we have private fundings, but it's not really about official assistance. The official assistance is a very important element, but there's a lot of new initiatives or instruments need to be implemented on the ground as well.
And this is what the council is about, isn't it? Developing those future strategies.
Indeed, yeah. We will do a lot of new strategies and try to how we can maximize the impact. We'll focus more on the impact. We'll try also to increase our transparency as well on the ground and accountability. A lot of principle like the ownership as well on the ground, how we can increase the ownership for the countries. Always the development that you need to do from the recipient's eye on the ground, the needs and assessment on the ground. And we are on the middle in the region, like if you see Africa, see what's happening really in the Middle East and Gaza, it's really difficult. So in Gaza, we have a lot of contribution, humanitarian assistance, both inside Gaza and in the north as well. We have activated the maritime corridor from Cyprus to Gaza. We made it, a few vessels we sent there. We continue our support for people in Gaza. But still a lot of neglected crises you will see. If you see like it's Rohingya, if you see Syria after the earthquake, if you see now Sudan. So we need always these crises to be on the spot and also be in the heart of our response. So this I think is also another important. And one of our main components in our policy, the women empowerment, because we see the woman is not only the recipient of aid, but also how to be has a voice on the designing, on the implementation. So we have a good example on how we can engage more women in the ground. One example, we have done a program on Caribbean islands, so we have the team leader there is women from the same country. So we try to engage more really in women. Even we have a big program now also in Liberia. We try to empower 1,000 women in the agriculture system. So we had that's really a combination of UN, public money, private sector engagement.
You've talked about some of the most vulnerable places on Earth to climate change, like the Caribbean. And of course, where we are right here, it's one of the most water-stressed places in the Earth. Climate change is incredibly important, of course, and you're doing a lot of work on that too. What are your priorities in the UAE when it comes to fighting climate change?
Well, I think is climate change. Last year we hosted the COP28, and we had made, I think, historical commitment, more than $85 billion to support that sectors. The Caribbean or the Pacific Islands, I think the most, they need to build resilience there. You have to focus more on the clean energy because they need the source of energy. They can at least capitalize on the remaining budget for another services like in health and sectors. So because the problem is not like the energy, but also the problem to how you transport the diesel or the fuel there. It's very expensive. So I think that will also will reduce the tension on bringing more fuels. So at least they can another replacement of a clean and good sustained source of energy.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much for hosting us. Thank you.